How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. A little bit of a change of scene. I'm out on the East Coast right now, so I'm working from a friend's kitchen right now, actually. Just thought I'd film a quick video addressing the idea of, are Facebook ads really going to be worth it for you and your business in 2020? So by the end of this video, you'll know if they're for you, you'll know if they're going to work for you, and some of the things that you need to look at to understand whether or not they're going to work for you. So this question, are Facebook ads worth it in 2020, can really be broken down into two different sides. One is, do Facebook ads work in general? And the other one is, do Facebook ads work for my business, or will they work for my business? And the answer to that first question, do Facebook ads work in general, is a resounding yes. Facebook would not be a multi-billion-dollar company if their ads didn't work. That's the way that they monetize their business. That's the way that they make money. If their ads didn't work, they wouldn't make money and people wouldn't spend millions and millions of dollars on their platform every single year. So in general, yes, they work. There should be no doubt in your mind about that. So that second question, will they work for my business? That's a little bit of a different question that's going to make us dive a little bit deeper into why Facebook ads work and why they might not work for your business. So I've got a few notes here I'm going to look at, make sure I cover everything. There's 4 things you really need to consider when it comes to deciding whether Facebook ads are for your business. The first one is that you need to have a proof of concept. So what a proof of concept is, it means that you have somebody paying for your service already, or you have a proven business model that you know somebody wants the service that you're providing. So if you're starting from complete scratch, you have a brand new business idea and you're starting this kind of business that nobody's really started before, you don't want to spend thousands of dollars on Facebook ads if you don't even know if people want your product. So you need to do some organic testing. Organic means unpaid testing to figure out whether or not people want that. If you have a business that's more like a franchise, like an orthodontic office or something that's a proven business model that people know works, then you need to spend money on advertising to get started because you know your business model works. It's just a matter of time and a matter of marketing yourself in the right way to get in front of the right people. That's a proof of concept. There's a few other things that need to be considered within that proof of concept. If you're in the first group and you don't really have a proven business model, or you're brand new to business, you really need to wait on Facebook ads. The reason for that is that getting clients or getting customers organically is going to allow you to become much more of an authority in your market. You'll be able to understand who the people are in your market, why they think the way they do, what it is that they think, and then you'll be able to position yourself as an authority rather than just trying to write ad copy for a market that you don't know anything about. And a good rule of thumb to shoot for the amount of customers that you should have to have a proof of concept is 3. If you've gotten 3 people to pay you the price that you're asking for your service, then you know that you have a proof of concept, and that's just like a small version of what's going to happen over time. That same pattern, the same type of people that bought your product, those first 3 people, you're going to see that same pattern all over the people that buy your product later down the line. So a quick example here, for me, when I started my digital marketing agency, I knew it was a proven business model, but I didn't know anybody that was running ads specifically for orthodontists. I knew they needed to spend money on marketing, and I'm pretty sure I understood them, and I was pretty sure that they'd be able to buy my services and want to buy them, but I still needed to make sure that I could have this proof of concept, right? So I did a lot of market research. I talked to a lot of orthodontists. I was able to sign up a few clients organically before I started running paid ads. So I waited a really long time just doing organic outreach, making sure that I really understood my market before I started to run these paid ads. And it's really allowed the paid ads that I've run to perform really well because I understand my market and I'm able to speak to them very clearly. So that's number 1, is to really nail down your proof of concept, make sure that you have a proof of concept before you start running paid ads or throwing paid ads at a business model that's not going to work anyway. Second, you need to consider if your margins are high enough to justify running paid ads. So if you have an online e-commerce store where you're making $5 profit on every customer that buys from you, running Facebook ads is going to be really difficult for you, because even though they're the cheapest or the most affordable way to run ads online, it's going to be difficult to, if your product costs are already, let's say you're selling a $10 product and after product costs, you're making $5 profit, and then you have to spend $2.50 on advertising. You're only making $2.50 profit for each person that visits your website. And if you can get 1 million people to pay you $2.50, that's amazing. That's $2.5 million. But getting it to that point is going to be very difficult. So make sure that your margins are high enough when you start out Don't go into these really low margin businesses and try to spend a ton of money on Facebook ads and expect a really amazing return right off the bat. So the third thing you need to consider is not only if your margins are high enough, but if you can handle slow months. You can handle this cash on cash basis fluctuation of whether your ads are going to perform or not. Okay, so a quick example here. I've had some ads running for my business for about the past 2.5, 3 months. And during the first 2 months, I wasn't profitable at all with those ads. I didn't close any clients from the strategy sessions that I was booking and the sales calls I was booking. I was able to talk to a lot of people and none of them closed. And so if I didn't have a cash flush business where I had cash reserves and I was okay spending money to make that money back 2, 3, 4 months down the line, then I would have been super stressed out. But I knew, I'm spending only about $10 to $15 a day on these ads. And if I can't afford to spend $10 to $15 a day on these ads and just break even on my ad spend to start out, or even start losing money, then I shouldn't be running paid ads online. It hasn't been until the last couple of weeks that people have started converting through these ads. So I've gained, I think, 5 clients in the past 2 weeks from running Facebook ads, but it was a 2.5 month process and they all closed kind of at the same time. So that's something you definitely need to keep in mind when you're thinking about running ads. Can I handle a slower month in my business and a faster month when it comes to my ads? Can I mentally commit to spending a certain amount of money every month, even if I know I'm not going to get a positive return some months, but in the long term I am going to have a positive ROI. The fourth thing that really needs to be considered is if you actually know how to advertise, or if you have the money to hire an agency that actually knows what they're doing to run those ads for you. So what I mean by this is that there's one of the biggest lies out there in the digital marketing space is that there's no skill gap, that anybody can go on Facebook and Instagram and advertise successfully because the world is your oyster and Facebook has opened up these platforms to everybody so that you can advertise yourself. Yes, that is true, but there's a reason that people go to school or people study marketing for years and years and years so that they can be successful at it. It's just like anything, not everybody could go in and be an orthodontist, for example, from one day to the other. I would say this is an easier skill set. It takes less time to learn, but you're not going to be as skilled as an advertiser as you probably think you are starting out. You either need to have the skill already or be willing to learn the skill through trial and error and through buying courses, through talking to consultants and going through that learning curve yourself, or you need to hire an agency that knows what they're doing and who can execute good ads for your industry and help you gain a positive ROI. But something that needs to be considered there is that you're not only spending money on the ads, but you're also spending money on the agency. And so you need to look at if you're getting a positive ROI from the agency fee and the ad spend on top of that. As well as, if you're going to go the other route by hiring a consultant or buying courses and just doing trial and error, that's a little bit different. You're investing in yourself. So down the line, you'll be able to make a lot more money for yourself. But again, you have to take that into consideration. So those are really the 4 things that need to be considered when it comes to running Facebook ads and answering the question, are Facebook ads worth it in 2020? If you can have a positive return on investment, they are totally, totally worth it. That's the cheapest way to run ads online. They work really well. The interest-based targeting is amazing. The geo-based targeting is amazing. The behavioral targeting is amazing. There's nothing like it. It's so powerful. So powerful. But again, keep these 4 things in mind. Do you have a proof of concept? If you don't, you need to go get some free clients or some free customers using organic methods before you even try to run paid ads. Second, are your margins high enough to justify running paid ads? Third, can you handle slow months? Because if you can't, you're gonna have a really, really hard time and you might panic running these ads online. Fourth, do you understand the principles of marketing and advertising so that you can actually have successful campaigns? Or do you have the money to invest into an agency that knows what they're doing? So keep all of those things in mind, and then also keep in mind that it's totally, totally worth it. If you're an orthodontist and you're watching this video, or you run any other type of company, I'm happy to speak with you as well. I specialize in marketing for orthodontists. We work with dozens of orthodontists all over the country, US and Canada, and we'd love to speak with you. There's a link down in the description if you'd like to schedule a call with me or a member of my team. I hope you have a great day. I hope you understand that Facebook ads are worth it for you in 2020 and that you have a lot of success. Let me know down in the comments if you have any other questions, and I'll be happy to answer them in another video or just by responding to your comment. So I'll talk to you soon, and I appreciate you stopping by the channel.